UK begs YouTube to help them control the internet by Hero Hate channel. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's watch it.
So this is hilarious, guys. Mainstream news outlets like BBC are so irrelevant these days.
YouTube could be forced to promote British public service TV content. UK media regulator Ofcom warns networks such as BBC and Channel 4 are endangered as viewers move online. Oh my god, yes. They are endangered because they are moving online because the internet's so dangerous. Oh my god, so what are we gonna do about it? Oh yeah, let's throw our bullshit on YouTube as well. Of course, yeah, that's an amazing idea.
That we're getting a headline here from the Irish Times. YouTube could be forced to promote British public service TV content. UK media regulator Office of Communications warns that networks such as BBC and Channel 4 are quote-unquote endangered as viewers move online. People aren't watching this slop anymore, guys. These poor mainstream news outlets are in danger.
It's like no one watches fucking TV anymore because it's so annoying, so brainwashing, you know? So, like, people just don't want that. Why would I watch something that is trolled on my face that I don't even like, with values that I don't even enjoy? Like, when I could just tune on the internet and some app or anything and literally watch what I want instead of what the government and the TV operators, I don't know the name, like, want me to watch. Like, why? Why would someone do such a thing? Like, so, because no one is going after them to give them audience anymore, they are literally chasing the audience over the internet. Like, they literally want to like, get rid of everything. So the only option that people will have again is then, like, because the thing is that the truth is it's not only by because of governments don't have like the they don't have the monopoly of the truth anymore, because that's what happens before the internet, right? They have the monopoly of the truth because they just bought like the TV channels or whatever to just sell the truth that they want, you know, that the quote unquote my truth. And not that the truth is general. So yeah, you know what type of thing I'm talking about. And now it's not only about the government itself, but also the TV. Like, they became irrelevant, and of course it's hard because like they are on decades like having the monopoly of the entertainment, of the audience in general, to say what is wrong and what is right. Like, they could just cook any government or whatever with just throwing on the TV the information that they wanted, and the governments were forced to pay them, or, you know, this shady stuff. So they had the support of the TV to sell them to voters and etc. All this stuff that it still happens, but now it's irrelevant because people are majorly on the internet. So yeah, like. And they are desperate, so they just want to censor literally everything, so they have the monopoly again. But it's like I say, it's the same thing I talk about, like, feminism and what's happened with men in society nowadays. Like, even if the government creates the perfect environment for men to like be treated better and well by society itself, so they could maybe start to think about marrying again and all of this stuff, the damage is done. They will not just erase from their brains everything that they saw all of these years. Also, the same as feminism, women that had the quote-unquote delicious, that is not, but delicious taste of the feminism, they will not give that away again. Like, even though you fix the society, like in terms of laws and everything, they will not forget. They will not forget this stuff. Society will will never be the same again. And the same is for TV channels, for example. It doesn't matter, even if they succeed in censor whatever they want, So people will only have that nice choice to watch. They will never be the same again. People will not. How can they not understand? It's amazing. How can people be so fucking stupid? It's so fucking amazing. They don't stop. Like a literal no one like me can think of all of this stuff, and a lot of paid hats like thinking together and like they cannot see vislumber all of this stuff that I'm talking about. It's amazing. Like it's incomprehensible, literally.
Injured. We need help. We need YouTube to put this on everyone's homepage. And for those who haven't been keeping up with all of the news, Ofcom over in the UK has been one of the organizations at the very forefront of facilitating all of the recent internet censorship and surveillance via the UK's online safety
really
bill,
likes
which
this game.
threatens online privacy, security, and free speech, all under the guise of protecting the children. And according to Ofcom, if a website estimates your age incorrectly and thinks you're
facial age estimation. Oh, no. How will I prove my age? There is a number of methods a site or app might use to ask you to confirm your age. They might do this check themselves or use another company to do the check. These methods include facial age estimation. You show your face via photo or video, and technology analyze it to estimate your age. Open banking. You give permission to the Age check service to securely, quote-unquote, securely access information for your bank about whether you're over 18. The Age check service then confirms this with the site or app. And digital identity service. This includes digital identity wallets, which can securely store and share securely. Always the emphasis on security. How secure they are, like giving all of this information to third-party apps that God knows who they are, and by who they are, like where they are and who they are actually exactly. Like they can be literal leftish, getting your data to use all against you, like. Whatever, man. Like, oh my god, like, it doesn't seem good. It really doesn't seem good. Which can securely store and share information, which proves your age in a digital format. Credit card age checks. You provide your credit card details. Yes, very secure. And a payment processor checks if the card is valid. And you must be over 18 to obtain a credit card. Shows you're over 18. Oh yes, oh my god.
For a minor.
The thing is, we'll be all of this stuff together with just one of them, and you can choose. But even so, this sucks. Like, any of this sucks. But I think the worst is, of course, the facial age estimation. It's the worst of all, in my opinion.
You would then be required to prove that you're an adult by submitting your personal information, such as a facial scan, or your banking information, or your credit card information, or other digital wallet. Yeah, that totally doesn't sound like a recipe for disaster. And I saw a meme the other day that was just perfect about all that's going on. I really should have saved this thing because I can't find it now, but it went something like this.
I mean,
using
it was
the
already
internet
daft.
in 2005. Never submit any of your personal information online. Using the internet now. Send your facial scan and banking info, blah, 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 you know, etc., etc. to
Truth is, what I see is that people who are truly concerned about their identities, like myself, for example, and many others, like, these people will probably stop using internet, like in general. Like, I mean, we will stop by using internet, I'd say, connected to everything, all of these mainstream media apps that will require your face or whatever. And they would just live by, I mean, if you're someone like me, for example, I would just live by playing offline games and watching offline anime, like downloaded anime and music and whatever bullshit it is, like videos, whatever. And not accessing any of this stuff anymore ever, like, yeah, that's it. And not having like contact with people online ever. Like, this probably will be my future. Oh god.
use the internet. And it's pretty scary that that's where things are going. But that aside, at least now we can laugh at Ofcom trying to get YouTube to promote these endangered mainstream news outlets like BBC. The article goes on to say, digital platforms such as YouTube could be forced to make programs from UK public service television channels.
Wait. Quote-unquote forced, okay? Quote-unquote forced. Because truth is, it's not kinda that easy as it seems, to be honest. But the only who could literally force the YouTube is the government. And even the government is not actually strong. I would give an example, but it's related to my country and, well, some judge here, so yeah, I better not give this example, even though it talks about YouTube and this person, I better, yeah.
Prominent to protect endangered networks such as BBC and Channel 4, according to the British media watchdog Ofcom. Ofcom on Monday said there needed to be prominence and discoverability for content from public service broadcasters on the online platforms that audiences increasingly use.
Hell no, man.
It added that in particular it was critical that the public service broadcasters and YouTube work together to ensure that PSB content is prominent on its service and on fair commercial terms. Ofcom said the government should consider whether this needs to be underpinned by legislation to give statutory backing to PSB content on YouTube, especially news and children's programs. If no action is taken, the very existence of the PSBs will be threatened. Time is running out to save this pillar of UK culture and way of life, the regulator said. Above that, they also went on to talk about how more people these days are using platforms such as YouTube, Netflix, and TikTok, as opposed to traditional television viewing, and that this is why their views are down so much. But as we all know, there's more to it than that as well. And this is not specifically a UK thing, but people all across the world are largely sick of mainstream news outlets and journalists. They have eroded public goodwill. They have lost the people's trust. And so people don't watch them anymore, and their viewership plummets. And now Ofcom's over here telling us that we need to be so worried about these endangered networks. And oh, YouTube, won't you please help? If no action is taken, the very existence of the PSBs will be threatened. Time is running out to save this pillar of UK culture and way of life,
yes,
the regulator
pillar
said.
Of UK
Speaking
culture.
of the UK, this was also crazy. Saw this tweet from Pirate Nation saying, "You're a terrorist in the UK if you think Western culture is under threat from mass migration." According to this image, which claims to be from gov.uk, we've got a list of terrorist ideologies, extreme right wing, and highlighting here cultural nationalism, saying Western culture is under threat from mass migration and a lack of integration by certain ethnic.
Yeah, taking babies out of the mom's womb, like before the time, like terrorists were doing, you know. We know the ones like, I will not talk their name, okay, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, that thing, it's not terrorist. Yeah, like doing a lot of cruelty, like doing some people like literally dig their grave, dig his grave before killing them. It's not terrorist. No. Terrorism is Western culture is under threat from mass migration and the lack of integration by certain ethnic and cultural groups. It's being extreme right wing. This is terrorist. Yes.
And cultural groups.
All right.
And apparently being concerned about this makes you an extreme right-wing terrorist. We've already talked multiple times about how the UK has this elite police squad that they made to monitor social media activity, specifically to monitor posts that criticize the government's policies on immigration. And I made a video 2 days ago talking about a testimonial from a woman who was a victim of terrible things that migrants had done to her and a number of girls between age 12 and 16 in Telford. And that when she was speaking out about this stuff, the police actually went to her door to, in my opinion, it came off like they were essentially trying to intimidate her into silence. Yeah, instead of going after the perpetrators of these disgusting crimes, they were going after her to silence her from talking about this stuff. But good for her, she didn't remain silent. Yes. She did go on to talk about this stuff. So, I mean, hopefully nothing happens to her. But yeah, that's how concerning this all is, that you would even need to be concerned about something happening to her for speaking out about this.
You know, You know what is sad? You know what is sad? It's that things like this became so common for us to talk about. Like, that these things are becoming so common that we are actually not being like, how I'm supposed to say, we're not being like terrified by this anymore. We kinda started, at least people like me, we are hearing so much bullshit like this happen, so much like injustice, so much stuff like that, that you kinda start to become like resistant to feel this stuff. And this is wrong, okay? This is wrong. We have to consider this. Like, imagine, try to always put yourself in the shoes of that person. Imagine the situation that she was in. Just imagine that. Like, it's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. Like, and we see literal stuff like this happening every single day, multiple times, everywhere, like, oh God. That's why I'm so pessimistic. I don't see things get better. Literally. Of course, if I'm here, it's because I'm still trying. I'm still trying to believe, but oh God, Jesus Christ. We are so doomed. We are so doomed.
Mentioned the police supporting her and supporting the victims and protecting them. In other news, 3 days ago, the BBC made an article titled Most Popular Boys and Girls Names of 2024 revealed, going on to say that Muhammad retained its place as the most popular.
This is ridiculous. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. And also, it's incredible that always when someone says bullshit to me on X, usually, and I'm not joking, okay? Usually, the name is Muhammad something. It's amazing, for real. It's amazing. Okay, literally, I'm being honest. Like, like, I'm not saying like every time, but at least 2 times already, just in the last month, that I had a discussion on Max with someone. In these 2 times, the name of the person was Muhammad. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Popular boy's name with 5,721 babies given the name. It was ranked first in 5 of 9 regions in England and came in 57th in Wales. We are talking about England here, right? I read that right. England, most popular boy's name right now for babies is Muhammad. Okay, yeah, just wanted to be sure I read that right. That takes us to the next part of the video. First, a little bit of context as we revisit this tweet from UK Labour politician Peter Kyle. We talked about this the other day, but he had said, if you want to overturn the Online Safety Act, you are on the side of predators. It is as simple as that. And the gaslighting here is off the charts. I mean, what a terrible thing to say. He gets community noted as well and says, since coming into force, Online Safety Act has blocked/restricted censored content that wasn't what the act was for. This includes immigration, parliament debates. Wikipedia is challenging the categorization rules as the act will mean tough restrictions on the site. These were his initial comments. Let's watch this 50-second clip and then I'll tie this all together. Thank you for your patience.
This is the biggest step forward in child safety since the internet was created. There is, since Friday last week, children and parents will notice the difference in the experience that children have. Most children do not go looking for harmful and dangerous and pornographic content. Most children actually have found that the content has come to find them. That's why we've acted so decisively in this. And for everybody who's out there thinking of using VPNs, let me just say to you directly, verifying your age keeps a child safe, keeps children safe in our country. So let's just not try and find a way around. Just prove your age, make the internet safer for children, making it better.
Just trust me, guys. Trust me. Just forget everything that you have learned all your entire life by situations, by life experience. Just ignore all of that. Make your entire IQ level to 0, down to 0, and trust me. Yes, because I'm on the TV, I am the truth. And you're just a random somebody that has to listen to me because I demand that. And you have to.
Make it a better experience for everyone. That's surely what we should aspire to in this country.
Okay, with that context, that takes us over to Politico.
Bullshit, it's disgusting. Look at his face and listen to his voice.
That being members of parliament, aka politicians, charge VPNs to expenses as minister urges caution. What this means is that, oh, and they say here, actually, look at this. Technology Secretary Peter Kyle appeared to suggest that VPN use could put children at risk. But like I was saying, what this means is that British politicians are telling people not to use VPNs. Meanwhile, they are actually using VPNs, and not just that, they're putting the expenses, the cost of the VPN use, on taxpayer dollars. So they tell the citizens, don't do this thing, while they do it, and they get the citizens to pay for it. And I get this part. They go on to say it's not surprising that lawmakers use VPNs given they handle highly sensitive information daily. So yeah, of course you want such information to be protected and you want these precautions to be taken, but my gosh, does it not come off hypocritical? It's like they're happy to use VPNs and get the benefits of those VPNs, but how dare the people that they're supposed to be working for, by the way, how dare the people use VPNs? Oh, we can't have that. Anyways, I'll leave it there, guys. There is still a lot more to talk about, but I'll save that for the next video, which should be tomorrow. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Please consider liking and or subscribing if you enjoyed my coverage, and
I can't handle this. Like, it's so much hypocrisy. They can do literally everything they want, and while they point the fingers at you, say that you are the cause of all problems, while they keep doing the exact same that they want to prohibit you of doing. This is so disgusting. Like, this is, God, the things I wish I could say, Before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank all of you, my patrons, that support my work here on YouTube, and especially my 5-tail fox tier member, Zalost, and my 3-tail fox tier members, Heath Rowell, Fenny Sylvy, and Radmuiel, for the incredible support to my work. Thank you very, very much. You guys are amazing. Also, thanks to everyone who donated to me through Tron, and to all of my YouTube members. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon, link is in the description below. Oh hell, yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check links below, Patreon, Discord, Tron and Ko-Fi. Support this fox here so I can leave this fucking country as fast as possible. Thank you for watching, and I see all of you in the next one. Bye.